Hey guys, how's it going? So today we are going to do a first impression let's play review of a game called Outer Worlds 2. And the game is being played on Xbox Game Pass. I am a Xbox Game Pass or PC Pass partner. So every month I choose a game to play as part of that. Last month I think I played some Division 2. I might also have played Oblivion, the new Oblivion Demastered, I can't remember. But then anyway, today we are going to check out the Outer Worlds 2, and I'm gonna be playing it and reviewing it as I play through the game. It is obviously a first impressions review that we will be doing today. So as with all of my first impression reviews, I'm going to be playing the game for an hour or more, probably more than an hour, because if I have to compare it to the first game, which I did play and complete, the first game was pretty long. It was pretty big, to be honest. I can't remember exactly how long it took me to finish the first game, but it was like in excess of, I would say, 80 hours or so. So it's a relatively big game, almost like Fallout actually. But it's not from the same studio or anything like that. But it's very much like Fallout actually. But yeah, and anyway, I'm gonna be playing the game. I'm gonna be giving you my running commentary as I play through the game. I'm gonna be telling you what I think is good and bad about the game as I play through the game. If you are in a hurry and you don't want to watch the full, whatever, 2 hour, 3 hour video after the live stream, obviously, because I am live streaming it on Twitch and YouTube, then you can simply skip to the last 10 minutes or so of the video. I will put a timestamp in the description below on YouTube, obviously. So you can just use the timestamps if you want to skip to the end of the video where I will give you my quick, concise, final opinion on the game and tell you whether or not I can recommend the game. Now, the game costs $70. The base game costs $70. Even though, like I said, you can play it on the Xbox Game Pass. So it costs $70. In my country, it actually costs $76. So for some really, really stupid reason, Microsoft thought that it would be funny to make the game cost more, about 10% more, in third world countries such as South Africa and many other countries as well, despite the median income in a country like South Africa being 8 times less than what it is in a country like America. So if you want to just go by median income, the game should cost around $10 in a country like South Africa, a really, really poor country. But no, it costs $76 bloody dollars. So I'm not happy about that. Obviously, the regional pricing is really, really terrible, and that is a decision by Microsoft, since Microsoft can change the regional pricing specifically on Steam, but I'm sure the regional pricing is really bad on other storefronts as well. So the base game is basically $75, and then the premium Super Kamehameha edition is $110. So obviously, if you want to play the game in advance, I think the game has 4 days or 5 days advanced access, then it costs $110. Now that is a huge amount of money. And I personally do not approve of that kind of monetization model. The FOMO monetization model, in my opinion, is immoral. So I don't approve at all of the developers or of Microsoft doing the FOMO monetization model where they charge you like $30 or $40 extra just to be able to play the game before everyone else. I don't like that at all, and I don't approve of that at all, and I think that is immoral. It's a moral monetization model. But in any way, we are going to be evaluating the game today as if it costs $75. And yeah, we're going to be seeing if the game can be worth that much. Like I said, I did play the previous game, Outer Worlds 1. I did enjoy the game. It's a fine game. I wouldn't necessarily say that it measures up to something like Fallout 4 necessarily. I mean, it comes close to Fallout 4 in some ways. The storytelling just wasn't as good as it was in Fallout 4. So that was the previous game. I liked the previous game. It's not the best game on Earth. Like I say, it's not even better than Fallout 4, and Fallout 4 itself didn't actually get a recommendation from me when Fallout 4 released way back in, what was that, 2014 or something like that, when Fallout 4 released. So Fallout 4 didn't even get a recommendation from me. But yeah, the game was fine. Outer Worlds 1 was fine. But yeah, we're going to be seeing if this game can be at least as good as Outer Worlds 1. Hopefully, maybe. And maybe it will be better. Who knows? Maybe it will be better than the first game. We can only hope. So yeah, let me just check that everything is in place over here. Like I said previously, we are live streaming on Twitch and on YouTube. So if you're watching on Twitch, you can head over to YouTube to see the stream in a higher quality, because obviously YouTube just allows you to stream at a higher quality. So quite honestly, I would very much rather watch the stream on YouTube than on Twitch, just because it allows you to stream at a higher quality. So I'm just checking quickly if everything is fine. Just 1 second. Hi, expert. How are you today? Okay, that's good. Okay, that's fine. Everything seems good. So let me adjust my settings, because the game is currently, wow, why is it not being limited? That's really stupid. So let's do that right from the beginning, and then why can't we change the resolution? The game is running, what, at 4K resolution? we're not going to allow that. And I don't want downscaling either. Okay, so it seems unfortunately in the $75 game, they don't allow you to change your resolution. Like at all. There's none of these options, none of the downscaling options allow you to change your resolution. So that's really, really crazy in a $75 game. And I can see that my GPU is using 100% GPU usage right now, so we are going to have to turn down quite a lot of stuff in order to get that down. I'm still not seeing any changes on my GPU usage, even though I did turn multiple settings down already, and we're running the game on ultra performance right now, and I'm still at 100% GPU usage. So we will see if that changes while we are in the game, maybe. But yeah, already it doesn't look good. The fact that the game uses 100% GPU usage while you're in the menu is really terrible.
Need customer support?
Okay, so let's jump into the game. The performance already looks terrible.
Commander, we've been hit by one of those space anomalies.
Buddy?
And the piloting system is down.
Buddy.
The astrogator's gears are shot!
Get a hold of yourself. You're an Earth Directorate agent.
Affirmative, Commander. What are the orders?
Brace for impact.
Unable to brace for impact.
Is it the end for Commander Zane and Buddy? Tune in next week to find out.
From one side of the galaxy to the next, the Earth Directorate is on your side. Whether against corrupt corporations, tyrannical governments, or corrupt corporations in league with tyrannical governments, the Earth Directorate is here to fight for the rights of all colonists. So remember, if you or your neighbor's government has turned tyrannical or sold themselves out to greedy corporate interests, just commandeer a skip drone and send the Earth Directorate an SOS, and we will respond immediately.
Please allow 6 months to 10 years, depending on your proximity to the nearest Earth Directorate base and any unforeseen encounters.
That's a pretty cool intro. Like this entire series, like the first game, had a very kooky, very funny type, wacky, I guess I can say, storytelling method. Like very humorous, even though often it is not funny. They try to be funny, but often it is not funny. But still, I do appreciate the attempt at being funny. So that's pretty cool. It's very much not like Fallout 4 or any of the Fallout games, which are way more focused on seriousness, you know. Sure, the Fallout games do have some humor, you know, a little bit of humor sprinkled here and there, but this game takes it to a whole other level. This game almost constantly tries to be humorous, you know. And like I say, there's with varying degrees of success, you know. The game is often not funny, even though it's trying to be funny. But that's the way it is with a lot of stuff. Even comedians aren't always funny, you know. I don't know of a single comedian where each and every one of their jokes makes me laugh, you know. So you can, obviously, you have the option of male, female, and then you have prosthetics. Let's see how the prosthetics actually look. This doesn't look nice, in my opinion. Like, I mean, look at that. How does that look nice? I don't think it's a very nice design. And I mean, if we do this, that just looks ugly, in my opinion. Like, this is not a nice design of prosthetics. And then this is a little bit better. It's like steampunk, you know. It's a steampunk type look with the leather over there and the wood over there. This looks better than this, obviously, but it still doesn't look like amazing. And then this, yeah, this just looks like the body, even though this is a female, which obviously a male would look even more weird, I think. Yeah, look at that. The male looks even more weird. I don't know why they made the legs so thin. So honestly, all of the prosthetic looks don't look good. The arms look nice. I like the look of these arms. Like how it goes down there. It looks nice. There's a little bit of a slope over there. Whereas these fucking legs just go like zoop. Like it just does not look good in the slightest. These look better, but I don't like the look of them. And then these just look fucking terrible. So yeah, the prosthetics really are not good on the legs. The prosthetics, all of the prosthetic options are terrible on the legs, which obviously is not good. You don't want all of the options to look terrible, you know, which is what we have here, unfortunately. The arms look better. Those arms don't look nice, and then these arms, they look okay, but I would like to be able to change the colors, and I don't think you can change the colors in the game of the prosthetics specifically. So we can have a robotic right arm, I think. I don't necessarily want both of my arms to be prosthetic. One arm should be fine. I mean, we could go with no prosthetics. I think one arm is fine. And then, let me just see, can you change the color at all of the prosthetics? No. Just as I thought, you can't change the color at all. So yeah, like the prosthetics don't look good, in my opinion, and you can't even change the color. So if you choose these, for instance, they're white no matter what. You can't change any of the colors. So once again, it's a $75 game, and they don't even allow you to change the colors of the prosthetics, and the prosthetics don't look good. So yeah, that's not good. I always say you should rather not have an option like hair options. You should rather not have hair options than having bad hair options. You know, I've played and reviewed games where, wow, that one looks ugly, where the game has hair options, but only like 5 hair options, you know? Like, what the fuck is the point of having 5 hair options? Like, if you're not gonna add a nice amount of options, a nice variation of options, then don't bother adding that to the game, you know? You're just wasting developer time that could have been spent better on something else when you do that. When you do a customization like the prosthetics, for instance, I mean, how long did it take a developer to design those prosthetics, and all of the prosthetics look shitty, you know? So honestly, I would rather them not add an option for prosthetics than adding an option for prosthetics and all of the options being shitty. So yeah, unfortunately that is what happened here. Wow. You can give yourself like jaundice, just completely yellow. Even though the neck isn't yellow, it just looks like Donald Trump's terrible makeup, like just orange on the face and not anywhere else. But yeah, this is probably like a jaundiced look. I don't think they actually went for old pumpkin face Donald Trump in this game. That would be a little bit too much, I think. Like, just imagine the developer was instructed, okay, so I want you to add a Donald Trump option, and then they added this. Like, it's just funny to think about. But okay, we're not going to go with any of the complexion options. Freckles. Okay, so you can add a little bit of freckles or a lot of freckles, basically. I like freckles, but these freckles are brown. Freckles aren't supposed to be brown normally. I mean, that does not look good. They should have added a color change thing to the freckles. I like freckles on a girl, but this does not look good. So we're not going to add that. Age. I'm assuming this is just like young and old, basically. What that is, eyes, eye color. Wow, that's pretty. I don't think I've ever seen anyone with those colored eyes. I don't think you can get those color eyes. Oh, that's even more pretty. Number 8. I like number 8. Fucking vampire. That's also very good. But this looks a little bit like fucking Dune, you know, let the spice flow type thing. I wonder if 28 is better or if 8 is better. I mean, this looks very pretty, but the purple eyes are like also very pretty, but a little bit more like a fantasy type, you know. Obviously, I don't think you can ever find someone with purple eyes, but it looks nice. I think we can go with the purple eyes, just to have a little bit something that's unique. Dark eye circles. Why would we want that? Eye horizontal. Okay, so you can be like crazy. Just 1 second. Okay, sorry, I just quickly had to take a call. I might have to pause again in a little while, maybe. I will just have to see. But until that time, we can just continue. It should be fine, hopefully. Okay, so where were we? The eye color, eye horizontal. Yeah, that looks funny. This looks fine. Eye size. Okay, so you can be like kawaii, or you can be like, I don't know what that even is. So we will just basically leave it in the middle. Eye vertical. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Eyebrows, I don't care too much about eyebrows. Nose, I don't care too much about nose. The current nose looks fine, it looks normal. It's a little bit strange that you can't see into the nose, but I guess they didn't have the budget to add actual nose holes to the nose, I guess. And then cheek size. I guess that's fine. Okay. So you can't change lips. You can't change your lips. You can't change your chin. So there's a lot of options that just aren't in the game, that you can't change at all. Which is a little bit sad, but in any way. Okay, so they do allow you to change your hair color to basically anything that you want. That's nice. Is there gold? This is kind of gold, not exactly. I always check. You can tell if you can change your hair color to every color if they allow you to have gold hair. Unfortunately, they don't allow you to have gold hair in the game. I mean, this is more yellow, I would say. I don't think there's a gold option, but this is a nice variation of different hair options. Do we want purple? I like this color a lot. I think this looks nice. Either this or the light pink, but I think this will be fine. I like that. And then the hairstyle, let's have a look. Okay, that looks fantastic. A nice Elon Musk. Before he had hair transplants. There's 63 different hair styles, which is a nice amount. That's a nice variation. Just 1 second. Okay, my apologies. I just had to check something quickly. We will continue just now. Okay, so hairstyles. Why does this face look like Scarlett Johansson? Like it really, really looks like Scarlett Johansson for some reason. And this is the default option. Like this was the very first option for the faces. And obviously I didn't even customize it, but it really looks like Scarlett Johansson. Which I'm not complaining about, it's just an observation. She's a very pretty girl, obviously. But I wonder what model they used for this one, if they used the model. I like this hairstyle. Number 54. Like in this one, for some reason, it really, really reminds me of Scarlett Johansson. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because the face really looks like it's modeled on her, but anyway. It would be really funny if they actually did use her face, because there was this one story that I read a while ago where a company used generative AI to clone her voice. So she's already been targeted by Gen AI companies, so it would not surprise me if someone just chose to steal her face. Because the resemblance is uncanny, honestly. I also like this hairstyle. This one is also nice. I think you can go for this one. It's a little bit more open face than the other one. The other one that I was looking at, which one was that? Wasn't this one? This one. Yeah, there's a real difference between the two of them. I think we can go for the 54. I would like it if you could customize the hair a little. Like in some games that I've played, you can choose your hairstyle, but then you can choose the length of the hairstyle as well. So there's a little slider, and then you can choose the hair length as well. But yeah, obviously this is just a small indie game that costs $110. So why would they give you that option? Eyebrow style. I don't really care about eyebrow style. I do want to color my eyebrows like not necessarily the same color, but it looks weird with it being like brown or anything like that. I mean, we could make it the same color. Was that the color? But that looks weird. Really looks weird. Let's just do black. That's fine. Even though that also looks a little bit weird. It's a little bit too black. Fucking caterpillars above the eyes. That's the caterpillar style. There's actually no style that allows you to remove the eyebrows. I would have liked to see an option where you can remove the eyebrows. It's weird that they don't even give you that option. And then a beard. Do we want a beard? Who doesn't not like a nice girl with a nice thick beard that you can run your fingers through? Doesn't like that. An old-timey prospector beard. Nice mutton chops. Yeah, I think I prefer Scarlett Johansson without a beard. Just call me weird, but yeah, I prefer Scarlett Johansson without a beard, to be honest. But it's nice that you can add a beard to your female character. I do not complain about that. And then cosmetics. Can you change? Piercing. Okay, because these earrings are a little bit irritating. Yeah, we can't really see with the hair in the way now. And that looks cool. I think we can go with that. You can go fucking full raccoon if you want to. Who doesn't like Scarlett Johansson with raccoon eyes? I think this one that we had at the beginning looks okay. This looks weird, for instance. Like, what's that pink? Why is there pink around the eyes? It looks weird. Unless there's another thing that's interfering over here. But I don't think there's another eye makeup that's interfering. So This just looks weird. They designed the... Oh, you can actually zoom in. They designed the color over here. It does not look natural in the slightest. Okay, I'm getting another call. 1 second. Okay, sorry, once again, I just had to take another call. For some reason, it's like Murphy's Law. Right when I start streaming, I receive calls like fucking constantly. But what can you do? So yeah, the pink, this pink around the eyes doesn't look natural at all. So they need to, well, they should have done something about this already, but they hopefully should fix that because it does not look nice. Also, it doesn't look natural, like here. It doesn't look good, and the right one seems to be blended a little bit better than the one on the left. I mean, look at that. This looks better. There's a harder line over here. So that's the blending even of the stuff doesn't look natural and good. I mean, once again, $110. If I paid $110 for this game already, just looking at the quality that they put into the game, I would be a little bit disappointed, because if you're gonna be paying $110 for a game, you expect perfection, like literally perfection. That's the entire reasoning. I mean, look how bad that looks. That's the entire reasoning behind AAA games. It's AAA quality. You're paying a AAA price, so you should be getting AAA quality. This shit right here is not AAA quality. Also over there, you can actually see the waterline. For those of you that don't know and aren't that into makeup, you call that the waterline. the line directly below the eye over there. Girls will obviously know this. You call that the waterline. So the waterline isn't even filled in with the eyeliner. So obviously we're going to do the eyeliner over here, but you should have the waterline filled in as well. So yeah, just not, it's not good quality so far. You can obviously get a bunch of different colors here. I'm probably just gonna stick with black, to be honest. Anything else, I'm not a huge fan of. This does look nice, but once again, there's a hard line over there. You see over there, half of the eye is done and half of the eye is not done. So it's a little bit better on this side. But once again, the filling in, whichever developer did the masking on this, because you call it masking, where you choose where the texture should be and not be. If you've done Photoshop, you will know exactly what I mean. The masking is not done very well at all on this eye design specifically. I mean, look at that. On this, you can see it very clearly. There's a hard line over there, and there shouldn't be. This side, it's not as bad at all. But yeah. I'm complaining about small stuff there. You can see it really badly. I'm complaining about small stuff, but once again, like I said, this is $110. You're supposed to get $110 worth of quality. And I've seen indie games, small indie games, that have better quality blending and rendering and masking on the character faces than this shit right here. This is just not good. Okay, so that's acceptable. I guess that's fine. It doesn't look very good, but there's a hard line over here, like you can see there, so it's never gonna look perfect. I do like a little bit of eyeliner. Not on myself, obviously. Even though I've never tried it, perhaps I should try a little bit of eyeliner. Maybe it will make my eyes pop. That looks nice. Okay, that's fine. Cheek makeup. I'm probably not gonna have cheek makeup, but let's just have a look how it looks. Yeah, no thank you. I prefer girls without makeup, honestly. I wouldn't stop a girl from putting on makeup, but if the girl is happy with how she looks, then honestly, I tell her don't put on makeup. I don't care. Like, as long as she's happy, I actually would prefer without makeup. Lipstick. Okay, we can try that a little bit. Even though these lips look good already. The only thing I would really do is put a little bit of a shine on, you know? Maybe there's option for a little bit of shine, like a glossy type look. even though these lips are already shiny, you can actually see the light being reflected. It's already shiny. I don't think there's actually, like, this is obviously, if you do that, yeah, there's no difference between any of these. I think the lips are already shiny. So if you do any of these options that have a natural shine in them, it's not gonna really make a difference. The one without the shine will look good already. Like if you take this versus nothing, so that one, number 15 versus nothing. These lips look nice, but 15 might look slightly better. No, I like it like this. This is natural. I like that. Dirt? No, thank you. I prefer my girls without dirt on them. Call me old-fashioned, but yeah. No dirt on my girls. Thank you very much. Piercings, we already did the piercing. Tattoos. Okay, so obviously only face tattoos. The game doesn't have any body customizations at all. This reminds me of Metal Gear Solid. Quiet has this option as well. So yeah, that is pretty much all of the customizations you can do. Like I said, there's a couple missing. You can't do anything to the chin or the contour of the chin. Can't do anything to the nose. Can't do anything to the length of the hair. I've even seen some games where you can do a double tone, so you can make the roots one color and then the tips another color. You can't do that in this game either. So yeah, there's a lot of options missing in this fucking $110 game. So yeah, anyway, but this looks nice. It's a very pretty Scarlett Johansson, I have to say that much at least. Toggle armor, what does this actually do? Oh, we can't even zoom out enough, but that's fine. Okay, so that's all of the appearance options. Yes, yes, yes. Background. So this is just your background. Background represents who you were prior to joining the Earth Directorate. Backgrounds are used in a variety of places throughout your playthrough, such as conversations and other things you can do in the world. They represent unique experiences gained through life. Okay, so basically it's just narrative changes. like narratively, people might approach you a little bit differently. So I'm not even gonna read all of this shit over here. Just basically the title should be enough to give you a general overview. So a roustabout. What the fuck is a roustabout? You're not quite sure what happened. You simply wanted to find a job, which would be none. Yet one accidental death of a well-known villain. Later, you're now known as a gunslinging Earth Directorate agent, not to be trifled with. You often find yourself wondering if this Earth Directorate has any good cashier openings. Okay. Renegade, Professor, Lawbringer, Gambler. Renegade. I wouldn't really say my traditional approach to conversations are Renegade. I mean, I do, I guess, lean towards chaotic good a lot of times in conversations. Like, I will try to do the good thing, the good dialogue option most of the times, but if it's not very beneficial to me, or if it's detrimental to me, then I might choose the bad option, the chaotic option. So, Renegade, yeah. I'm definitely not a lawbringer, I can tell you that much. I like ex-convict, but people might treat you badly just because you're an ex-convict. Professor is a nice, safe option that I think a lot of people will choose. Renegade. Yeah, let's take Renegade, I guess. Okay, traits. Traits have a deep impact on your adventures. Select at least one. So what, can you select more? You're able to perform great feats of strength. In combat, you're an unstoppable force. Sliding and sprinting into hostiles will knock them down. During skill selection, specialize in one additional skill. Oh, that's nice. Crafting recipes for ammo, throwables, and resources. Create up to twice as many of those items of the same amount of crafting materials. That's very nice. Reputation with any faction can never decrease below neutral, preventing any penalties that would be gained from having a negative reputation with a faction, such as vendor surcharges. So, in the grand scheme of things, I think you are always going to be able to max out all of your skills. So this wouldn't really, at the end game, have a huge benefit. Like at the beginning, this will definitely have a benefit because you have basically 2 additional points, two additional skill points, basically. But otherwise than that, at the end of the game, you're not gonna get a huge benefit from that. Crafting, I want to think, did you do a lot of crafting in the first game? I don't think you did a huge amount of crafting, to be honest. I can't remember the game being craft heavy. I think you pretty much find enough ammo in the game. Even though having twice the amount that you would normally have would be very good. I mean, it's literally double. Critical chance would also be okay, but the certain opportunities are just accessible to you. That might be of a bigger benefit than just the 5% critical chance. Let's go with lucky. I don't really care about the 5% crit chance, but the certain opportunities are just accessible to you. That would probably be a better benefit. Oh, you can actually select more than one. You do not need to select a negative trait unless you choose to select a second optional positive trait. Okay. So you can actually have more than one. Reputation with any faction can never increase above neutral. Oh, that's terrible. During skill selection, lock 5 of the 12 available skills. Wow, that's terrible. And then sickly, base health, toxicity, crash, threshold. I mean, that's not so terrible. 15% less HP is not the end of the world. Will it be different? No, so it's always the same. So if we select this one, can you select another one? No. Okay, so you can just select 2. So you can select 2 of them, but then you have to select a negative. I don't think this negative is so bad. 15% less HP, but then if you take this one, for instance, then you can craft 200% more or 100% more resources and ammo and throwables and all of that. I think that's worth it. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I'm willing to take the 15% less base HP for this perk over here. That's fine. Specialized skills start at 2 and can be raised to max faster. Okay. Guns, yeah, we all know what guns do. Thank you very much. I do appreciate the video, but we all know what guns do. Effectiveness of all armor, granting inherent damage reduction in conversations and while exploring. Engineering aids in the ability to act on the knowledge of mechanical systems. Investing in engineering allows you to select perks that further increase your defenses or benefits from weapons, helmets, and armor mods. Okay, that's very good. That sounds fantastic. I think we will take that one. We might take guns. That's interesting. So these benefits, like 1% damage reduction is fucking nothing compared to 35% additional sneak attack damage. And I do remember from the first game, you actually do a lot of sneak attacks. The game actually has a nice stealth gameplay style. So we can definitely take this one. Speech checks with a difficulty at or below your skill can be selected. Well, that is important. Speech will be important. I'm definitely taking this one for the 35. Oh, is this what it says? For every level of sneak. Oh, okay. So it's for every level. Okay. So it's not just a bonus at the beginning. It's for every level. Okay. I understand now. So yeah, then we will take this one, because that will raise it quicker. I think guns will raise itself very quickly. I don't think we need to take guns. I do think we need to take speech. Speech is probably going to be very important. Yeah, that's fine. So we will take engineering and speech at the beginning. You see, now this is another thing that I really dislike of some games, when they choose to not give you the information that you need to make informed decisions. So right here, they should be telling you what exactly is changing, you know, with your option. They should be telling you over here that on hard, instead of just saying enemies do more damage, which is fucking useless, they should be telling you enemies do 10% more damage, or enemies do 90% more damage, or what the fuck ever the number actually is. There is no reason to obfuscate or hide the reason of the difficulty changes, you know, like what is actually changing. And then over here, once again, hard mode, very hard mode, enemies deal extreme damage. How extreme is the damage? Is it 5% more? Is it 50% more? Is it 77 trillion% more? Like, how difficult is it to just tell you what the fucking changes are gonna be? It's really irritating. And then on top of that, I don't like the fact that the game simply becomes more difficult, but you aren't rewarded at all. You know, like many games in the past, and actually most recently, the game that I can think about was Borderlands 4. In that game, although it also happens in many other games, when you choose a higher difficulty, you actually gain some kind of a reward. So in Borderlands 4, for instance, I think if you play on the hardest difficulty, you get like a 10% loot increase or something like that. I can't remember exactly what changes, but like at least some kind of a increase, like whatever, more gold or more ammo or whatever would be nice. But having no increase of any kind at all in the rewards just doesn't feel good. Like, why would you play on hard or very hard if there is no actual gameplay changes apart from the enemies shooting more harder. Like it doesn't even say that the enemies are smarter, you know. If you've played Mass Effect before, or even though it's in many other games as well, but Mass Effect specifically, the enemies are way smarter if you play on the harder difficulties. So in this game, there isn't even anything like that. They simply were too lazy to program different AI for the enemies. They just said, okay, instead of doing 100% damage, they now do 150% damage or whatever. So it's just, once again, very lazy. So I would play on hard or very hard. Like I say, I'm actually right now playing Borderlands 4 on the hardest difficulty, just because I get more rewards from that. So the gameplay is more challenging, but you get more rewards, and that's good. So I would absolutely play on hard or very hard if I got some kind of a reward. So yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to be playing on that. We're just going to be playing on the regular difficulty, which obviously should still be normal and balanced. It shouldn't be easy. It should just be like a normal gameplay experience. It shouldn't be too easy. Hard should be hard. Normal should be normal.
I know we're rarely of the same mind where tactics are concerned, but you're the best agent we've got for, let's say, our unofficial missions. And few are as unofficial as this one. Your destination, the Arcadian system, is the source of all skip drive manufacturing. However, they also fall outside our legal jurisdiction, a fact which no doubt makes this mission all the more intriguing to you. We have recently discovered that the drives are somehow responsible for the dangerous rift anomalies, the tears in the fabric of space itself. Without skip drives, interstellar travel is impossible. I'll not waste either of our time reviewing how the end of civilization would affect your personal prospects. Your mission is to rendezvous with DeVries, our forward agent, and assist her in retrieving the information needed to determine exactly how the skip drives cause the rift anomalies. But be advised, if you or any member of your team are captured, you will be on your own. There will be no rescue. We cannot afford for this to turn into an intergalactic incident. DeVries will be contacting you shortly to coordinate your plan of action.
I know you'll always do what serves you best. In fact, I'm counting on just that. May the law and your unerring sense of self-preservation guide you and your team.
Okay, so let me just check the game's CPU usage, because now that we are actually in the game, I just need to monitor the CPU usage to make sure that we aren't hitting a ceiling. Like now we're at 75%. So the game is pretty bloody CPU intensive, I have to say. Oh yeah, the game also has first person mode and a third person mode. I'm not sure how to switch between them. I'm not sure. But you can switch between third person and first person, I know, in the settings menu. Over here, you can swap first person or third person. But I prefer third person just because you can see more in third person, and it's more efficient than playing in first person.
Commander, hey, Agent Pascal told me to bring you your new model tactical time dilation device. They say these newfangled ones cost 9, no, that ain't right. 10 0.25% less brain damage than the old ones. This a test? The TTD devices operate by speeding up the subject's perception of time. Or is it slowing? You know, I can never get that right. Everything just moves slower. They say the way it works is like, well, you know how parts of your brain can become damaged if you're in suspended animation too long? It kind of does the same thing. Didn't I just say? But this way, you don't have to risk extended hibernation. That can kill you, you know. The lab coats swear this way's perfectly safe. Science is amazing, ain't it? Listen to me, rambling on. So, well, anyway, here you go. Look, Commander, truth be told, I asked to deliver it to you. I was just hoping to get a moment to ask you for a pointer or two, you know, on how to be a great agent like yourself. Because, well, you're a legend. And the other agents, well, let's just say they disagree on just how I should go about it. Because you all know so much more than me, and I don't want to mess things up. Pascal likes to joke around about everything. But I like it when she says it's all about looking out for those who can't defend themselves. But Sandoval, he laughs at that. Says we gotta save people because they're too stupid to save themselves, and that we got righteousness on our side. Yeah, there's some advice worth taking to heart. Anyway, thanks for giving me the time of day. Most superiors wouldn't. Oh, I almost plumb forgot to tell you. It's near time for Agent DeVries to establish contact. She's like you, top tier, one of the Earth Directorate's best. I know you'll like her. Anyway, we ought to be getting down to the main room and open up the channel. No need to wait on my account, Commander. I'll join you in just a tick.
Yeah, that's a very engineering-like approach. Just hit it with a hammer. I like the fact that things are highlighted, like when you approach something, it's automatically highlighted. So you don't need to, like in Skyrim and Fallout as well. That's one thing that I always hated about the game, is that you don't know what you can interact with and what you can't interact with. And this game at least takes all of that out of the equation, even though this thing doesn't show that it can be opened, and yet we can open it, so that's not normal. I'm not going to be reading all of this shit, I'm just going to be running through the stuff in case there's any quest things. So I'm not sure, is this like my ship or what is this?
Commander, considering the danger and consequence of the mission we're about to undertake, I hope you'll forgive the lack of pleasantries. Arcadia is ruled by a dictatorship that calls itself the Protectorate. They are beyond secretive. However, it is their inability to even imagine that someone could infiltrate their system that has given us an advantage. One I've found a way to exploit spectacularly. As unbelievable as it may sound, once you make your way to my location in the Skip Labs, we will be liberating an unsealed Skip core.
I'm not sure if the options like the themed options, I guess I can say, that depend on your background, if they are better or advantageous at all versus the non-themed options, you know.
Then you know what I'm speaking of. But the whole story about the explosive seals being necessary to complete the circuit so they'll function? Well, it's a lie. The seals are just there to conceal the inner workings of the drive so no one else can duplicate them. Examining an unsealed one will be invaluable in helping our lab coats figure out how they cause the rifts. But you'll first need to make your way to the station proper from the landing pad. The timing for our mission is exceptional. Most of the sector's security was reassigned to the far side of the station in preparation for the imminent visit of their sovereign's family. They decommissioned several landing pads, including ours, to give them fewer points of entry to guard, giving us fewer chances to be intercepted. You'll just need to reroute power to open the door to the sector once you've landed. Once you gain access to the sector, you'll need to shut down their communications to keep them from alerting anyone to our presence. Then, you'll need to handle their combat mechs. If you're clever, you'll find a way to shut them down before they even know you're there. They're relentless and well-armored. I've managed to leave caches of tools and intel for you throughout the sector. I'd take advantage of all of them, were I you. This may sound simple, but I cannot stress this enough. Do not underestimate the danger we face.
Come on, Agent. Haven't you heard? We're the best and brightest. We infiltrate corrupt governments before breakfast most days.
Do you think this is some kind of joke? The Protectorate are the worst of the worst and will not hesitate to string you up if you're caught, if you're lucky. They think nothing of regularly chemically lobotomizing their own subjects for even the slightest error. Your life isn't the only one at risk here. Move on? You know what I've sacrificed? What I'm prepared to sacrifice still? I've spent the better part of a year laying the groundwork for this mission. I don't need a team led by some self-serving raconteur who plays fast and loose with the rules whenever it suits them, fouling it up. We shall see. But since you are the commanding officer here, I've no choice but to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll not let my personal feelings affect the mission. I need to go now. My absence will be noticed soon. Once you land, I'll patch in over comms and guide you through the sector.
Augustine! I mean, Agent DeFreeze. I just wanted to say we're all looking forward to working with you.
Who? Niles? Is that you? Law, what are you doing here? It's been so long.
I'm an agent. First assignment. Suppose I look up Mike different now. Less grease. Oh, and no more smelling like fuel neither. Most days. Can't wait to see you once this is over, Agent. And good luck.
Same to you, Ibarra. DeVries out.
Navigator's warmed up in the cockpit, Commander. Whenever you're ready to fly us in.
Yeah, what are the chances of that guy dying on his very first mission? I'm not gonna bother speaking with my crew right now. I'm assuming they will be introduced as the story goes on, so I don't really need to speak to them right now.
Just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive. I may be your sovereign, the protector of Arcadia, and the bedrock upon which our system is built. But even I can't succeed alone. So be diligent, and remember, failure will be met with severe consequences.
Commander, Ibarra and I will secure the building down here, while you're upstairs restoring power to the door.
As strong as its basest elements, the dirt on which it is built, which is each and every one of you. Yes. You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive. I may be your sovereign, the protector of Arcadia, and the bedrock upon which our system is built.
That smell. Did a Sprat get flash fried in here?
So be diligent, and remember.
The electrical system misfired somehow. Security's been triggered. This needs to be dealt with quickly.
As unable to function due to death. Expiring without permission will result in demerits being assigned. Additional demerits assigned for misuse of electrical current. A subject is better able to serve when all their blood is contained within their body. Please note that shooting at this unit is unsanctioned and punishable behavior. Additional demerits assigned for misuse of electrical current. Return to your assigned duties, or demerits will be accrued. Noting nearby subject as unable to function due to death. Expiring without permission will result in...
Commander, we finished our sweep. I'd wager we could use the intercom to call for help, Commander. Must be a guard around here somewhere who can shut the mechs down. Screen's broken, so should be nothing to pass yourself off as one of their own. Always a good idea to have a cover story.
Beloved subjects, we all know that a structure is only as strong as its basest elements.
Cadet Warden 4th Class Corbin receiving. It's a glorious day in the Protectorate. How can I serve? Wait a moment. You're calling from landing pad 0-53? That's listed as decommissioned. And yet the defenses have come online? Please be so kind as to inform me of your name and ID number so that I may report you for this infraction. And hurry, please. The transmission of the Sovereign's family's arrival will start any moment. I can scarce afford the demerits missing it would entail. Mallory? Oh, now I understand. I'd heard you were, that your condition wasn't, optimal. What? I know I shouldn't be asking this, but what was it like? The mental refreshment? No, I mean, yes, of course I would, willingly. Were I to fail to adequately fulfill my duties to the Sovereign and the Protectorate, I am pleased you have been returned to us as a fully functioning subject.
Hey, Mr. Bean, how are you today?
I can't do that. I mean, I would, it's just... You know what, though? In your condition, you're unlikely to even remember this discussion, so it should be of no consequence to me. I will disable the defenses for you, Mallory. But in the off chance you happen to recollect any of this, I beg you never speak of it. And please, do not go around pressing any buttons or fussing with any more whatsits. You wouldn't want to be sent back to... I mean, reassigned again?
Might slick I used that guard, Commander.
Let's not waste time congratulating ourselves.
Wow, that's a lot of text. I'm not gonna read that. We just run through those options just to see if there's anything.
Sector of Arcadia and the bedrock upon which our system is built, but even I can't succeed alone. So be diligent.
The game so far is okay. I did like the first game. I don't think the first game is necessarily a fantastic game, but I did like the game enough to the point where I put like at least, I would say, 50 hours into the first game. So I did like the first game. Basically, this game just needs to measure up more or less to how good the first game was, and then I think it will be good, you know. It sucks that they raised the price of the game to $70, you know, and actually in my region it costs $75, which is a little bit crazy. It's actually more expensive in my region than in America. yeah, we will see. I think as long as it measures up to the first game, then I guess it will be fine. And then if it can be better than the first game, then obviously that will just be better, you know? Yeah, definitely. I would get the game on Game Pass, because yeah, $70 for the base version and $110 for the big version is a little bit crazy. Vine, I think I've heard of Vine. Isn't it like a hack and slash, almost like Dark Souls type game? As far as I can remember, I've not played it, but I've seen it. So I haven't played it. But I don't like Dark Souls type games, to be honest. Not a fan of those.
Failure will be met with severe consequences.
Oh, okay, no, then I probably haven't. Yeah, I'm probably thinking of Code Vein. Yeah, no, I then haven't seen Vane yet. I will have a look at it. I will check it out on Steam. Hopefully it's on Steam. But I have to say, I didn't like Project Zomboid. So, yeah, if it's exactly like Project Zomboid, then I wouldn't like it. But if it's not exactly like Project Zomboid, then I will definitely try it. Because I do like games like Project Zomboid. There's the one as Dismantle. I don't know if you've ever played Dismantle. It's also a zombie type, top-down ARPG type game where you run around and you loot stuff and you fight zombies and you can build stuff and stuff like that. So I did like Dismantle, but I did not like Project Zomboid. And then obviously that other game that you played a while ago, that other game that was very, very buggy, that I told you was going to be very, very buggy, that one, you know, that one is kind of like Project Zomboid, but obviously it was very, very buggy. So some of those types of games I do like, and some of those types of games I don't like. I wonder how you melee attack. How do we melee attack? Let's have a look quickly. Key bindings. They haven't even told me how to melee attack yet. Quick attack. T. I'm assuming that's it. Okay. Mouse button 4. Okay, 0 damage. That's fantastic. Okay, well, it's stupid that you can't destroy the robots once they've been disabled. If I knew that, then I probably wouldn't have disabled them. Because now I lose out on the experience.
Commander, the situation is becoming more fluid than I'd originally planned for. We've got to change our approach. Split the team to handle comms and security concurrently.
Okay, that's really stupid. You can actually interrupt the dialogue. I don't like that at all.
Everyone knows fluid's about the best you can hope for. Well, sitting here jawing ain't gonna accomplish much. Looks to be central dispatch on the right with security ops on the left. Which you taking, Commander? We'll hit the other.
So, Central Dispatch or Security Ops? Face those guards head on or stick to the shadows? Well, I don't know. I guess let's face them head on, I guess.
Kinda figured that'd be your choice. Shoot a couple for me, will you? Ibarra and I'll take security ops, then meet you at the skip labs. We'll stay well out of trouble, won't we, Cadet?
That's right. Like you told me, Commander, everyone's well-being depends on our success. If whatever's going on here is as bad as the Chief thinks, then we'll make an end of it.
Right. Well, then, notwithstanding Ibarra's enthusiasm here, or DeVries' concerns over fluidity, I'm fairly certain we've got this under control. Rest easy, Commander.
Yeah, I think that dude is gonna die. That guy has got secondary character written all over his face.
Ma'am, I've been cogitating on how best to gain entry into security ops. You know, nice and quiet like.
Oh, you gonna school me on some of that newfangled academy training of yours? So long as it don't result in us being unceremoniously shot, suppose I could hear you out.
Not getting shot's certainly part of it.
So I'm not supposed to go this way, but I just want to see if there's anything to loot around here.
Drill motor malfunction logged. Error. Drill motors are created through the matriarch's perfect
Well,
vision,
Ibarra,
and
got
thus
any thought to how
cannot
we ought to
malfunction.
proceed? You're being awfully
Waiting
quiet.
error log.
Plan.
Engaging combat protocols.
They actually shoot stuff for me, that's nice. Now how the hell do I get up there? Okay, well, apparently you can't vault over stuff. It. Ugh. The jumping and platforming in this game is not good. Okay, well, can't get up there then.
Scanning cargo. Dust. Dust. Caution. Dust. On dust. In progress. Unit shall report. Alert. Unsanctioned. Rodent.
Tactical time dilation. You are limited in this time zone. Standing still drains your gadget energy more slowly. Pressures over time can be increased. Q. Okay, so you press Q for the time dilation. So are those guys the enemies? Okay, that guy over there is definitely an enemy. Oh, this guy is also an enemy. Okay, so it seems they have a weak point on their arm, because I was wondering, in the first game, a lot of the enemies had weak points, but like I shot this guy and didn't get a single critical. Whereas on that guy I shot him on his arm and I got criticals, so perhaps the weak point is on the arm somewhere. That's very important. You have to figure out the weak points on all of the enemies, because weak points really help you.
Jepson and I are in position above the sector, Commander. Path's been cleared. Only encountered one guard. He's been dealt with.
You should have seen it. Wasn't pretty.
As long as it was done righteously in the name of the Earth Directorate. Right, Sandoval?
I wouldn't stand too close to the airlock when we're back on the ship, Pascal.
Why? Is there something wrong with the airlock?
Giving chase. I like the sound of that. Explosion imminent! I repudiate all! Grenade away!
Holy shit, how many grenades is that guy gonna throw?
Cut above the average.
Holy crap, this guy has like unlimited grenades.
Appreciate protectorate craftsmanship!
Holy crap. That's 5 grenades so far. 6 grenades. Okay, so that is the first really bullshit thing in the game that we experience. The enemies have unlimited grenades. That's really unrealistic. So imagine 5 or 6 enemies like that in a battle, just constantly lobbing grenades your way. Like, how is that possible? Like, how are you gonna deal with a situation like that?
Sabotage the transformer to disable the failsafes. This will allow you to open the door and proceed. I left the manual in the locker to your right in case you need it. Good. Now that that's done, did I forget to mention the alarm? Just ignore it and get to the manual override in the control room.
Attacking unaware enemies while crouched will perform a sneak attack for most weapons. This allows you to preview your damage and prepare a power attack's weak spot hit or charge shot with certain guns. One-handed melee weapons. Heal bonus sneaker damage in addition to the normal power. Look for mods and perks to gain additional sneak damage. So how do you determine where a weak point is, or do you just hit it? Because in the video I'm not seeing a weak point, but they say you can prepare a power attack, weak spot hit or charged shot with certain guns. But they don't actually tell you how to do that.
Beloved subjects, we all know that a structure is only as strong as its basest elements, the dirt on which it is built, which is each and every one of you. Yes, you. just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive.
I mean, no. Of course, we have nothing to be concerned about.
On which our system is built, but even I can't succeed. Machine that keeps us productive. I may be your sovereign, the protector of Arcadia.
How big is your inventory? That's another thing that I want to see, because in the first game, as far as I can remember, you had a basically unlimited inventory. You were just limited by the weight. So the weight of your inventory determined how much you can carry. So I wonder, how is it the same in this game or not? So why do both of the bathrooms have urinals? Isn't it male, female? I mean, this one has urinals, and then this one also has urinals, so how does that make any sense?
And the bedrock upon which our system is built, but even I can't succeed alone. So be diligent, and remember, failure will be met with severe consequences. Beloved subjects, we all know that a structure.
So do we have a weight limit? Not really seeing weight anywhere. And even on the weapon itself, I'm not seeing a weight.
Only as strong as its basest elements, the dirt on which it is built, which is each and every one of you. Yes, you. You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive. I may be your sovereign, the protector of Arcadia, and the disruptive influences is built, but even I can't succeed alone. So be diligent.
Rage was their trespass against us.
Where are they keeping themselves?
No party shall dither, hither and yon. Forever taking neighbor.
Attack me, you attack my community.
that guy was really sneaky. He was running at me with a pistol, and then he was running at me with a melee weapon, and then he pulled out his pistol. And then he shot me a couple of times. Really sneaky.
We're encountering more opposition over here than 3 said we should. Nothing too serious, but any distraction you could provide would be helpful, Commander.
Which is each and every one of you. Yes, you. You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive. I may be your sovereign, the protector of Arcadia, and the bedrock. But even I can't succeed alone. Protector of Arcadia and the bedrock upon which our system is built, but even I can't succeed alone.
Right, innovate. Do I have that? Okay, apparently I do.
So be diligent and remember.
What are you? Blasting Earth Directorate advertising isn't keeping a low profile. Just reconvene with your team outside and get to the skip labs as soon as possible.
Hastening to cover. Give us a minute. Something's not right.
Just 1 second.
explosion? Abara, Pascal, do you copy? Niles, say something.
What the fuck just happened? I see smoke.
Is this an area where I was previously or not? Okay, so there's definitely enemies in there. Just explore the place before I go in there. I told you this guy's not gonna make it.
Everything was fine, and then... Oh, I think Pascal's hurt. I called out to her, but...
There is a 90% chance Agent Pascal is trapped under rubble. 87% chance she is mortally wounded beyond help. 85% chance she's deceased.
I don't understand. Everything went bad so fast. But we can't stay here. The mission. We've got to complete the mission.
Pickpocket, holy crap. Walk that off, that flesh wound. Okay, well, we will obviously be able to pickpocket him basically without consequences, and then continue with these options afterwards, hopefully. Because I mean, pickpocketing, he's not going to notice pickpocketing. So we can pickpocket and then do the other option, I guess.
What are you... Oh. Yeah, I guess I don't need those right now. But what about Pascal? What about the mission?
Yeah, and then we can continue with the dialogue options that we want.
Commander, surely you ain't suggesting I leave one of our own behind? Not after what you told me back on the ship. I mean, Pascal could... She could still be alive.
Yeah, I will look for her.
You can write me up later. But I ain't leaving here without her.
Issuing urgent reminder. Time is of the essence. Please continue on to the Skip Labs to complete the mission. This unit will assist Agent Abara in his endeavors. Per Earth Directorate guidelines, an incapacitated agent's equipment is available for team use. Agent Abara's rifle is now yours, Commander. Using it may improve your odds of survival.
Yeah, well, why didn't I have her... why didn't I have the rifle in the first place? Like, if you had a rifle, why didn't I have it? Oh, there's a bloody mosquito here. And I think I got him. Just 1 second. Just had to double check something quickly.
This makes no sense. There were no hostiles in the immediate area. No logical cause for that explosion. There's nothing more we can do for them. This doesn't change our mission. We have no choice but to keep pushing forward.
So, like, with this dialogue choice over here, we obviously told him to go back to the ship. And then he kind of got angry at us. But, I mean, obviously we are going to search for Pascal or whoever her name is. It's not like we're just gonna fucking leave her, you know. So the fact that he got kind of angry at us is nonsensical.
Taking shelter.
Like, obviously we're not gonna leave her behind. And the fact that he got a little bit angry is just bad dialogue writing. So can we go in here yet or not? Okay, apparently not. There were two guys that ran away, but I wonder where... Ah.
There's a fire? Matriarch, save us!
So there's... Well, I guess I can kill these guys. I mean, the Protectorate are the bad guys, correct? Okay, well, I didn't get any experience from them, which... How can you kill something but not get experience? There's enemies over there to the left. Although I don't see them. There's one enemy in here. Okay, but we can't open it.
Your post. Has this whole facility gone mad? Something has transpired at Central Dispatch. I've heard gunshots, screams. I fear we may be under attack, but how? This is the Sovereign's Arcadia. What was that broadcast? Seditious madness. I fear I've become a traitor simply by hearing it. And then the explosion. Please, tell me you know what's happening here. Matriarch, your voice. You're the one I spoke to over the intercom, but you're not Maori, which means I let an unauthorized person into the facility. No. I am ruined. You've played me for a fool, talked me into an action that borders on treason. And now, the price must be paid. I'm a loyal subject, I swear. Why would you do this to me? Never. I'll not compound my guilt by helping you further. I'll just wait here for them to come and take me away.
Why is the dialogue so soft all of a sudden?
I know I'm still a loyal subject, even if no one else does. Of what matter is it if I go willingly or not? The fact is that it is unavoidable. My latest perpetual appraisal of purpose was less than adequate. It's just sitting on Arbiter Jackson's terminal, waiting like a blade above my head. When the demerits for this are added, maybe I'll be lucky and they'll just execute me instead. What do you mean, help me out? There is no help for me. Petitioning for redress is only admissible in extreme circumstances. Anything else shows a disrespect for the system's purity and perfection. I'm not certain I follow. You're saying you would alter an official report without authorization? To cover my abject failures? I've never heard of such a thing. That could be like having a new start. Wait, what am I saying? I cannot be party to your scheme. I'd be caught for sure. You'd do that for me? Yes, at once. Glory be to the Protectorate. Please remember what we spoke of.
Maybe if you hadn't wasted time announcing to the whole station that the Earth Directorate was here, Niles wouldn't have been caught in an explosion. You need to stop the tomfoolery, take the list behind you, and get to me as soon as you can. It is imperative we retrieve this unsealed core and escape this station. Commander, be on your guard. I'm picking up increased security activity in your area. They'll be at your location at any moment.
This is not a drill. Or it is. It will be. It is not our place to question. What was...
Prudence dictates, eye your neighbors carefully.
Commander, can you hear us? Something's wrong. We can't get into the skip lab. DeVries isn't responding to our comms. In other words, we're trapped out here. So don't count on us for backup. We'll be busy keeping ourselves alive. Don't worry about us. Just get to DeVries and liberate that core so we can get out of here.
So this is probably a location where you need observation, the observation skill probably. Because you can clearly see there's something behind there, but I can't open it. Yeah, it's pretty stupid that even though I know there's something there, I can't access it because I don't have the observation skill.
Put me off the screen before an orbiter sees it.
Against corrupt corporations.
Free thinkers! Stay in time!
for the rights of all colonists.
Oh, and that's super fantastic. You can only use the medical thing once, so you obviously shouldn't use it until really necessary. I thought you would be able to use it multiple times, because it just doesn't make sense that you can't use it multiple times. How long is the low health indicator gonna be on my bloody screen? Like, I know I have low health.
Serve the sovereign. Advance! Restoring the balance.
Lollygag somewhere I ain't. Come on out. An explosive! We are duty bound to stop them.
Boy, damn it! Can't you get anything right? You were supposed to be dead already. I shouldn't have depended on your unwillingness to play by anyone's rules but your own, working to my advantage. Oh, an infuriating miscalculation on my part, but one that will soon be rectified.
Yeah, I thought she was not on the up and up when she freaked out at the beginning against that other cadet of mine. She sounds like a zealot from the very beginning.
You think you can bait me with insults? I am a better agent than you could ever hope to be. Not that it matters. Very shortly, nothing will. Let me put this simply. Simple enough for even you to understand. The grand plan mandates this abomination of an experiment must die. And you along with it. Your righteousness is as unamusing as it is misplaced. I have no expectation to live through this either. I was fond of him too. Saving him would have been preferable were I given the choice. But the plan cares not for our wants. I couldn't risk the delicate balance of the predictions. The mathematical computations involved are very specific. There is no too late. This is happening right on time, as it must. And whether Niles is alive or dead has no bearing on it. Farewell, Commander.
So why didn't I just shoot her? That's so stupid.
The Sovereign's family has been killed by a naturally occurring rift anomaly. High priority alert to all Earth Directorate agents. Contact with Earth has been low.
Identified ships on the edge of Arcadia.
It's no longer just a spacer's choice, it's Auntie's choice. Greater value for your bid.
Arcadian citizens, we've come to deliver you from oppression.
That's pretty crazy. That woman melted the entire planet. Like an entire planet gone, just like that. Because she wanted to.
You're not hearing me, Val. They were out there for almost 10 years. You know what usually happens to someone left in suspended animation that long.
Well, the guy's actually alive.
May result from extended
Color me surprised.
Death occurs quickly as the human body rapidly liquefies.
Exactly. And it would be my fault it happens. Oh, I never should have stopped looking. I can't face the commander right now, not like this. I'll be in the cockpit.
So what, it's 10 years later?
Welcome back to consciousness, Commander. Please accept your back pay for the previous mission. It has been prorated according to the mission's failure and your unapproved 3,468-day sabbatical. The amount unnecessarily and unwillingly appropriated from Agent Ibarra has also been subtracted. Administering stern warning. Stealing from fellow agents is wrong. Some post-hibernation nausea is to be expected. Please direct any vomit away from your Valerie unit. Revival protocols mandate a physical and cognitive test to confirm mission readiness. This is to ensure no unexpected changes have occurred regarding your abilities, Commander. Due to your prior medical history and general fragility, this assessment is especially recommended.
Why would I respec? I think I'm good. Only thing that I would be able to respec is the speech and the engineering, which I selected. So if I'm not happy with speech and engineering, then I can respec that, but why would I want to do that?
Acknowledged. Your refusal has been noted in your permanent record, and an automatic grade assigned to your cognitive functions. An event summary will now be provided to improve your situational awareness, Commander. If you feel yourself beginning to liquefy at any point, please notify this unit immediately. Following an aggressive merger between Anti-Cleo's and Spacer's Choice, the new corporate entity known as Anti's Choice invaded Arcadia. Anti's Choice claims they are following market demands and liberating Arcadia through the power of capitalism. Many have died. Unfortunately, their invasion fleet also exacerbated the rift anomaly created by Agent DeVries' sabotage of Horizon Point. This means no ship can enter or leave the colony. The rift also remains a threat to the colony. Current estimations suggest the rift will destroy Arcadia in the next 10 years. Give or take 7 to 8 years. Correct. At some point in the next decade, the rift will result in the complete annihilation of all life in Arcadia. But currently, it is a low to medium priority concern. Agent Ibarra has expressed far more confusion and alarm about Agent DeVries' latest actions. Agent DeVries did indeed survive Horizon Point. This was confirmed when she brought down the old Earth Directorate surveillance satellite earlier this month. The satellite had been gathering information since before your mission. When it fell, it signaled agents across the colony, leading to the discovery of you and Agent DeVries. Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the astrogator to allow the incognito to travel to your location. It is inadvisable. However, Agent Ibarra has had many years to teach himself new skills, though he has not shown the same aptitude in soap making, hydroponics, or cooking. This unit has also observed a marked improvement in Agent Ibarra's hygiene regiment since the satellite was brought down. He is shaving again, and routinely changes his clothing. Final update. Due to the deaths of every other squad member, Agent Ibarra is now a full agent. He is currently in the cockpit. Please extend your congratulations when you see him.
Found a flaw. Yeah, the previous game also had flaws. Vendor prices and sell value at vendors. That's not actually such a bad thing. So minus 15% vendor prices means that things will be cheaper, but anything that I sell to the vendors will also sell for less. So that's fine. Not bad, actually. So I definitely want one in lockpick and then one in hack. And I want to raise all of them systematically, but I don't need to do it right now, actually. Let's wait until we actually encounter something that we need to do, and then maybe I can assign it. Every 2 level ups you gain a perk point to spend on unlocking exciting perks. Most perks are gated by skills, but some require the purchase of specific perks or the acquisition of a powerful item. More powerful perks are only available after you've acquired a certain number of total perks. Okay, let's have a look what very good skills there are. While all of your equipped armor and weapons share the same brand, gain damage. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So it says gain temporary health, but how much temporary health and like for how long does it last? That's the important thing. If it's temporary, how long does it last? After killing a human, you have a chance to automatically harvest their heart. Each of these trophies increases your max health permanently. Humans you kill that don't fight back or weren't hostile when you attack them will always have their heart harvested. Holy craps, what's the ceiling on this thing? Can you just go on forever? Because that would be amazing. That would be a very, very powerful perk to get early on. How much health do you actually have? Where can you see your health? Okay, I got a bunch of stuff from somewhere. I don't know where I got it from. 19. Let's see, how much health do I have? Ah, there we go. 500 basically, okay. So yeah, this skill will be very good if you can get it early on. Requires 3 or more total perks purchased. So I will get it eventually. After having leveled up another, I think 6 times, because you get a perk every 2 levels. That one is really good. Damage with shotguns, SMGs, and pistols is increased against targets within 10 meters, but lays above that distance. Those weapons also gain increased sneak attack damage. So you gain 30% damage. To close enemies, but you lose 15% damage to far enemies, and it only affects shotguns, SMGs, and pistols. It doesn't affect sniper rifles. So that's not very good. Ah, this is better. This is what I would want. So marksman, assault, and sniper rifles deal increased damage at 20 meters or more. Well, that's not fair. This one is 10 meters or less, and then this one is 20 meters or more. Why isn't it 10 meters or more? That's really stupid, but anyway. And then more sneak damage. Yeah, that one is nice. I will take that one if I can. That one is also good. It's a good one. A 10% critical chance, just like that. That's very good. But only for SMGs and pistols. That one is good as well. A lot of these are just gun related. So you just have to focus on gun a lot. Yeah, gun. Yeah. You can hack into auto mechanicals, forcing them to restart. That sounds good. You will get a lot of bits from that. So both of them are the same, but the one provides a tactical time dilation improvement. The other one provides 30% damage reduction. So obviously the damage reduction one is better.
Records indicate that lockboxes, such as the two housed in this dispenser, were originally part of a failed smuggling operation. Special lockbox keys are needed to open them. After discovering the first lockbox, Agent Ibarra installed this dispenser to house additional lockboxes, which may be located throughout the colony. Unfortunately, due to a jam, the dispenser is currently inoperable. Agent Ibarra deprioritized its repair in order to focus on rescuing you, Commander. Theorizing. Extracting the contents from the first lockbox may disencumber the dispenser, allowing it to return to normal operations. This unit has an advanced decryption key that can open the first lockbox, Commander. Helpful addendum. Scans also indicate an Auntie's Choice dematerializer within the first lockbox, which you may find useful in the discreet disposal of bodies, Commander. Cystipegs, while omnivorous, are not typically raised on a diet of human remains. An alternate means of body disposal is recommended. Additionally, the second lockbox's contents may contain parts to upgrade your Valerie unit. Upgrades are recommended to improve your experience of Valerie. Please do not attempt physical intimacy with your Valerie unit. This unit is programmed for all manner of self-defense. An upgraded Valerie unit will boost the team's overall level of effectiveness by an estimated 87.3%. Please be on the lookout for any additional lockboxes, which may be stored here for your convenience. Congratulations on your acquisition of the dematerializer. The dispenser is now functioning normally. Your ability to conceal homicides has also been increased by 85.9%.
Years and I still can't get my head around what Augustine did. Sacrificing her whole team. And for what? What did our blood pay for? Oh, Commander. Thought you were Val. Glad to see you up and ambling about. And not, human stew. You know, when I first learned some of the escape pods made it away from the station, I'd hoped. I did search for you, Commander. Just as soon as I was able. So then, I gather Val's described our state of affairs?
Confirmed. The commander has received a full briefing on the following topics: the invasion of Arcadia, the Rift, and Agent DeVries' survival.
DeVries. Would have been better if she joined the dead. I figured she'd done just that until I got the alert that she brought down the Earth Directorate satellite. If she's of a mind to, she could use the information on that thing to destabilize the Rift and destroy Arcadia. She was one of us, Commander. It's our responsibility to stop her. You always did favor a swift comeuppance. She's going to ground now. But as part of her original undercover mission, DeVries was inserted at the Vox Relay Station on Paradise Island. She'd have followed protocol, established a safe room there. Wager that's where we'll find clues as to her present plans and whereabouts. Thank you, Commander. Means a lot coming from you. Just to be clear, I'm not saying we're strolling up to the Vox station and knock nicely. The Vox is highly restricted and heavily defended. It'd be a death sentence. We might ought to explore the island first, find out what we can. The satellite alert pinged DeVries' tracker in a town named Fairfield. Wasn't nowhere clear as yours, so we need to poke around a bit. Doubt she's there now, but it seems a better place to start than assaulting her protectorate communications hub.
So the game has been completely linear up until this point, so hopefully from here on we will get to see some open world stuff.
Is it me, or has my ankle been squeaking? You can hear it too, right? Must be the damn rotator again. Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure, always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind? See that thing in the sky there? That'll be the Vox relay.
Vox stations serve as key communication hubs for the Protectorate. Unauthorized visitors are likely to be shot or hanged on sight.
That's why we're headed to Fairfield first. Less chance of us getting shot while picking up the breeze trail.
So this thing actually does shoot 4 bullets at once, which is not good. rather not use that thing. I think they should have increased the range at which it shows lootables on the ground, because the range is not a lot. They took the effort of implementing the system, but then I think they made the range too little.
Big, dark cat head. Seems likely we'll find Crabbles hereabouts.
Okay, that thing has a lot of health. Okay, C and V.
Protocols ready.
Ready to waste them. On your command. I'm the one you need to worry about. Hey, got a distraction for you.
Minor spatial anomaly detected ahead. Entering a confrontational state. Commander, you are dying.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Free hole in the head!
Directorate Pharmaceutics.
So this Valerie unit can actually heal me. That's pretty nice.
Initializing. Resuming grapple control. Please stand clear. Awaiting hostility. Please stand by until hostilities commence.
Enthusiastically neutralizing unfriendlies.
Ouch. Okay, that deals a lot of damage. So can't my teammates revive me? And it doesn't show the time. Okay, let's say continue. What happens? Well, that thing killed me in 2 hits.
Your Valerie unit requires service.
Okay, fortunately it saved after the battle that we just had. So that's not bad.
Initializing. Resuming grapple control. Please stand clear.
Twisted my valve, Commander.
Engaging. This unit patiently awaits repair.
Wow, just 4 damage. Okay, so you do massively reduced damage against some enemies. That's really, really stupid. I don't like that mechanic in the slightest. Like, why do you do reduced damage? Why don't they just make it so that the enemy has more health, you know? Obviously, stronger enemies will have a lot... Ouchies. Stronger enemies will have more health.
On your command.
But the...
What in the where now?
The bloody damage reduction makes it, like, unkillable. You know?
Emergency protocol syringes primed.
Like, I just think that's a really lazy way of making the game artificially difficult, you know. Like, I normally, when I shoot, I do like 20 damage, but that guy, I shot him for like 2 damage or 3 damage. Like, it's like a 10 times reduction in damage, you know. It's really fucking crazy. So you're not even talking about half damage or anything like that. You're talking about a 10-time damage reduction. So I think that is super lazy and super shitty. It's a really terrible way of doing game balancing. I've seen it in other lazy games like Elex. I remember Elex. In that game as well, if you encounter an enemy that is a higher level than you, then you do like no damage to it, and then you have to level up and come back later when you're a higher level. Then you will be able to do more damage to it, even though your weapon, you can still use the same weapon. Like, I can still use this weapon that I currently have that deals like 20 damage per hit. But just because I'm a higher level, even if I don't invest any stats or anything like that, literally just the fact that I'm a higher level makes it so that I do more damage against an enemy, which makes zero fucking sense. Like, whether you're level 50 with a weapon that does 10 damage or level 1 with a weapon that does 10 damage, it's exactly the fucking same. But no, the game developers designed the game so that it's not the same. And like I say, it's artificially inflating the difficulty of the game. Also, why does it still say in the middle of my screen you're low on health when I'm fucking full health? Like, holy shit, small indie game. Like I said previously, in a $5 or a $10 or a $15 game, you can excuse some bugs and stuff like that, you know. Some bugs are acceptable in games that don't cost fucking $70. Okay, enemy too strong, so you can't even sneak attack strong enemies. That's fucking stupid. But in a game that costs $70, you can't excuse things like that. Like, you can't excuse... Why can't I move? I couldn't move there.
Not yet charged.
For some reason. I literally just couldn't move. Okay, these guys are now coming from this side.
Help me out!
So yeah, the fact that the game has such idiotic bugs and stuff is really irritating. And this is a fucking $70 game, you know. A $70 game shouldn't have bugs like that, and just really, like I say, really lazy game balancing, like with that damage reduction on that thing. Or the fact that you can't sneak attack strong enemies. Like, that completely destroys the validity of a sneak attack build, you know. Obviously, we've already seen that a lot of skills have things that are specific to sneak attacks, you know. So it will obviously say you deal 100% more sneak attack damage or whatever, you know. But you can't even sneak attack some enemies. So that's so fucking stupid. Like, what's the point of being a sneak attack build if you're not even gonna be able to use your build, to use your sneak attack build against some of the enemies in the game.
Assistance.
I just think that's so fucking stupid. Like, it makes a sneak attack build not really be viable in the game at all. Like, a sneak attack build won't be viable. And I mean, it certainly won't be optimal. Because the fact that you can't use sneak attacks against certain enemies. And in fact, it's the most difficult enemies. You know, you can't use sneak attacks against the strongest enemies in the game. So it's like really punishing.
Enthusiastically neutralizing unfriendlies.
So yeah, I'm really not happy with the idiotic choice of not allowing you to sneak attack enemies. It completely invalidates, in my opinion, the entire sneaking build in the game. You know, if you look at your character, sneaking, like sneak attack damage, you can't even do sneak attacks against the strongest enemies in the game. So what the fuck? This entire skill tree is invalidated because of that. And there's also a lot of perks that give you sneak attack bonuses. Where are they? Like there, plus 200% sneak attack damage. And then, oh, by the way, you can't even sneak attack bosses or just difficult enemies. Like these dudes, they aren't even bosses, but I can't sneak attack them. So sneak attack, like I seriously cannot fathom the mind of a developer who would think that it's okay to do that, you know, like let's put a ranged build in the game, a melee build in the game, a sneak attack build in the game. Oh, let's completely invalidate the sneak attack build in the game. Like, it's the fucking stupidest thing I've ever seen. And we still have the "you're low on health" warning in the middle of the screen, even though we are on full HP. So yeah, small indie game. So yeah, and anyway, guys, I think I've played enough of the game to make my decision on the game. Now, obviously, like I said, I liked the previous game. It's not a fantastic game by any measure. It's not even as good as Fallout 4, I would say. You know, the previous game, it's not even as good as Fallout 4. And I didn't even recommend Fallout 4. Like, Fallout 4 didn't even get a recommendation from me when I reviewed the game in, whatever, 2014 or whatever, when the game released, when Fallout 4 released. So, this game is clearly not as good as the first game. There's already a lot of issues that I'm seeing that are present in this game that weren't present in the previous game. And it's a $75 game for me in my country. It costs $75. Can you actually shoot these things? What do you actually get out of them? Nothing, apparently. So it's a $75 game, and it has issues and bugs and just the overall quality of the game is definitely not what I would expect from a fucking $75 game. You know, if you're talking about $75 games, you're talking about stuff like Ryzen Zero Dawn, which is a fantastic game. You're talking about Witcher 3, which is a fantastic game with really high level, high quality, everything basically. The voice acting, the graphics, the optimization. The optimization in this game is not good because it's using like 80% of my CPU right now, and that is way too much. And I'm running the game not even at 2K resolution, because the game is running natively at 4K resolution, and then we're downscaling that by, I think, 50%. So, not even 50%, 75% actually. Because normally, balanced, I believe, is 30% downscaling. Performance is 50% downscaling. And then ultra performance is, I think, either 66 or 75% downscaling. So that would mean that if it was 66 or 75%, the game would actually be running at 1080p right now. So I think the game is running at 1080p, or it's running at 2K resolution, but I don't even think it's running at 2K resolution. Yeah, if we were playing on, I think, either performance or balanced, then we would be playing at 2K resolution. So we're playing the game at lower than 2K resolution. And the game is using 80% of my CPU and 60 to 70% of my GPU. And I have a very powerful GPU. I have the RTX 5080. It's a very, very powerful GPU. And we're not even running the game on very high. Like, we have high, medium, medium, high, very high. So textures is the only thing that is on very high. And then high, 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 high. So we're not even running the game on very high. And we're not even running the game at 2K resolution. And the game is really a little bit stuttery. I'm sure you guys have noticed the stuttering. And oftentimes the game is not able to do 60 FPS. So with our current settings, the game is not able to do 60 FPS constantly. And then, I mean, besides that, besides the poor performance, you're not even able to change the resolution natively. In a $75 game, you're not able to change the resolution. That's fucking diabolical, you know. You get $10 or $15 games that you can change the resolution in, but you can't change the resolution in the $75 game. So yeah, and that approach of laziness is present throughout the entire game, honestly. I also don't like the size, I guess I can say, of the character progression. So there are 91 perks in the game, and if you actually count them per specialization, there's just 6 perks for melee. So you just get 6 perks if you're a melee character, and that's it. Nothing else. So there's very little customization actually for a specific build, you know. So if you want to do melee, you just have 6 perks that you can collect, and then you're done. Then you're done with the, oh, there's 7 actually. Then you're done with the oh no, that one is sneaking and melee actually. Then you're done with the melee. Then you've reached the tippy top point of the melee that you can do in the game, just after 6 perks. So, like, there's really not a lot of depth when it comes to the actual builds of the game. And the previous game had the same issue. The previous game also did not have a very deep character customization system. It was very surface level, extremely surface level. And yeah, unfortunately in this game as well, it seems it's very surface level. So I think they pretty much copied the skill system from the first game. They made it worse, significantly worse actually, by not allowing you to sneak attack certain enemies, many enemies actually. And yeah, they just left it at that. They patted themselves on the back and called it a good day. Just copying the system from the previous game, because this is pretty much exactly the same system as they had in the previous game, along with this as well. And then they removed a couple of features, and then they said, okay, that'll be fine. People will pay $75 for this bullshit. Like, it's just not good, honestly. They really could have done a lot better with the character progression system. So yeah, like I say, the previous game is okay. It's an okay game. I don't even think I would pay $60 for the previous game. I don't actually remember if I ever reviewed The Outer Worlds #1. I don't think I ever reviewed it. But honestly, I would pay probably like $40. I would say $40 is a fair price for The Outer Worlds 1. Now, this game is not even as good as Outer Worlds 1. So there's no way how I can recommend this game for $75. The quality and the optimization and the depth of the content that I see, it's just nowhere close to being worth $75, and it's, like I say, it's worse than the previous game. This game is outright worse than the previous game. So if you're looking for a game like this, I'm pretty sure you will be able to buy the previous game for like under $10 pretty easily, because it routinely goes on sale because it's such an old game. So just buy the previous game, or buy Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 3. Those games are very good. Fallout 4 is good, but you really need to mod Fallout 4 to make it into a good game. Like, just Fallout 4 by itself is not such a good game. It's not a game that I would pay $60 for. But if you mod Fallout 4, then it becomes a good game, you know. Certainly, then it becomes a game that I would spend $60 on. But the fact that the game becomes good once you add mods to it doesn't mean that the developers deserve $60. The modders deserve that money then. But anyway, yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed. Like I said at the beginning, if this game can just be as good as the previous game was, then I could maybe recommend it. Maybe for $60, not for $70. $70 is way too much money. I would maybe have been able to recommend this game for $60 if it was just as good as the previous game. But like I say, it's not even as good as the previous game. It's worse than the previous game in many ways. And honestly, I'm not seeing even $40 of quality and character progression and character depth here in the game, and the optimization is also bad. Like we're not even getting 60 frames as I stand here. So yeah, not good. If you're looking for a game like this, that's better than this game and cheaper than this game, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Outer Worlds 1, anything like that would be much better. So yeah, guys, that's honestly it. I'm not happy with the game. I might play the game a little bit more just to see. Like, I'm really not even invested in the story. The story feels meh, to be honest. It's very meh. I'm really not excited for the game at all. So this is probably one that I won't finish. I finished the previous game, but this is probably one that I won't finish. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said right at the beginning, I received a code for the game through Xbox Game Pass or Xbox PC Pass, whatever you want to call it. The game will be available on there once the game releases in a couple of days, so you can get it on there if you want to. It's also available on Steam, even though, like I already said, I can't recommend the game for $70 or $75. It's crazy. And then on top of that, they are charging $110 to play the game a couple of days early, which I think is disgusting. And I don't like the practice of doing that, charging $30 or $40 extra just so that people can play the game earlier. I don't like that. I don't approve of that monetization practice at all. But yeah, you can get the game on Game Pass if you want to. So yeah, thanks to Microsoft and Xbox for providing me the game. It's definitely not the game that I would have spent $70 on. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. As always, if you want to support the channel, if you want to allow me and enable me to do more reviews for you guys and purchase more games for reviews, then your support on patreon.com/LFP would be very much appreciated. I wouldn't be able to review half of the games that I do if it weren't for your support on Patreon. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys next time.